What can I say about Alex? I mean, I've known Alex for a year, only a year, much like Caden. But when I got here, I heard a lot of stories about Alex as an underclassman. And how do I want to say this kind of like delicately? He was described to me as a student that had tremendous potential, but a lot of room for growth, I think that's how it's been described to me anyway. But I think what is really great about Alex is that his journey kind of highlights, is that incredible personal development, often comes from reflection, resilience, and a willingness to rise to expectations. Mr. Bright, who was his former advisor, did a great job sort of summarizing that by saying that Alex's path was marked by long periods of stasis, punctuated by moments of profound change born from introspection. And it's probably not a far-off guess that this introspection was forged by his experiences as a camp counselor. If you know anything about Alex, he has a great reverence for his time as a camp counselor at Camp Siegel. And it's clear from my conversations with him, that his time at Camp Siegel taught him that leadership isn't about, being the loudest voice in the room. It's about, it can also be achieved through patience and thoughtfulness. Those summers at camp didn't just reveal Alex's strength, they amplified them. My understanding is he returned to school each year with deeper empathy, sharper instincts for what truly matters, and an unwavering commitment to lift others up. Alex, your journey proves that growth isn't about constant motion. It's about being ready when the moment for change arrives. Okay, at school, at our advisory lunches, at camp, and in all kinds of other ways, you've shown how quiet influence leaves or can leave the loudest echoes. As you move forward, know that these same qualities that made you an exceptional counselor here, your insight, your patience, your faith in people's potential, are going to continue to shape your path. Congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. I want to use my time today to talk about something we all experience at VES, which is growing up. Maturing is not an easy thing to do, and more often than not, it comes from learning from your own mistakes. Everyone here has probably experienced a time when we acted in a moment and our actions did not reflect our best selves. Then we are put into a situation where we cannot control the outcome, and it can feel very overwhelming. Sophomore year, I made a decision that put me in one of these positions, a position where I felt my time at VES could be cut short and I'd thrown everything away. There's a quote from the show Ted Lasso that resonates strongly with me and how I handled my situation. It goes, "I hope that either all of us or none of us are judged by the actions of our weakest moments, but rather the strength we show when and if we're given a second chance." I was lucky enough to be given a second chance, and in life you're not going to have many opportunities to mess up and still be believed in, to be held accountable but not cast aside. But VES is different. This school values growth over perfection, and I've learned that it is okay to make mistakes as long as you're willing to own them and grow from them. I'm not proud of some of the choices I've made, but I accept them as my own, and I'm proud of who I've become since then. And on my thank yous, I want to thank my parents for sending me to VES and keeping me on track. Thank you, Arjun, for paying for me whenever I forget my wallet. Thank you, Mac, for letting me back in the house. Thank you, Nathan and Mr. and Mrs. Lineberry, for giving me a home outside of VES. Thank you to all my brothers I made here these past 4 years and all the memories and stories. Thank you to Anna for keeping me out of trouble. Thank you to Dr. Wakefield and Mr. Bright for your guidance and wisdom. Thank you to the teachers and faculty for raising us the past 4 years. Thank you to my teams and coaches for pushing me to be better. Thank you to the maintenance staff and meal staff for keeping us clean and fed. And thank you, VES, for giving me a second chance. Seniors, we have less than 20 days until graduation.